Hi, this is Angelo Rossetti, author of Tenacity, The Tenacious Mindset, on and off the court, with Chapter 1, Our Story. Tennis imitates life. Tennis begins with love and a first serve. Serve first in tennis and in life. And that quote was from my identical twin brother, Ettore. You may never have heard of the Rossetti brothers, as they represent ordinary people, but what they've done is extraordinary. They dreamed of being the best in the world at something together. As identical twins, they did everything together. They studied together, they played sports together, were even college roommates together. They were inseparable until Angelo made the D1 college varsity team as a walk-on his junior season, and Ettore was the last player cut. Their tennis careers diverged until they reunited to set out to break a Guinness World Record title together. At age 3, identical twin brothers Angelo and Ettore Rossetti started playing table tennis in their grandparents' basement every Sunday after church. The boys stood on milk crates to reach a ping pong table built by their grandfather. He had shortened it a little to make it easier for them to reach. Although the twins first held a tennis racket at age 4, their foundation for the sport of tennis came from hundreds of games of table tennis. They discovered a love of the sport of tennis as juniors in high school, inspired by their best friend and #1 high school tennis player, Rob, even though it was considered too late to accomplish great things in the sport. They had made the team as walk-ons their junior year and finished their senior year as semifinalists in doubles, helping their team finish second in the state, while Ettore earned Scholar Athlete of the Year. History repeated itself in college as their academics preceded their athletics until junior year, when they tried out for the UConn varsity tennis team. Angelo earned a spot on the team, but Ettore was the last player cut. Since there were no junior varsity team, Ettore was relegated to intramurals, while Angelo went on to compete in the Big East Championships, becoming a finalist in doubles. After college, they became USPTA certified tennis instructors while competing in USTA tennis tournaments. Their first tennis teaching position was working for the late Scott Wilson, a self-taught teaching pro whose teaching style was unique and whose energy level was unparalleled. They learned to love to teach the sport of tennis from Scott, who became their tennis mentor. Then tragedy struck. Scott was diagnosed with ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. He lost his battle to ALS at the untimely age of 42 years old, before the Ice Bucket Challenge elevated awareness of the disease. As many as 30,000 Americans may currently be affected by ALS, which became a symbolic number for the twins. Inspired by Scott's memory, they vowed to honor his legacy. Prior to his passing at the end of the USTA playing season, Scott pointed out to the twins that they had achieved a top 10 ranking in New England, #9 in men's open doubles division. If you believe in the possibility of your dreams, you can be #1, he suggested. At first, they thought it would be impossible. Then, when Scott lost his battle with ALS, they chased their dream to become #1 in New England, a feat they achieved at the end of the 2007 season. They were honored with medals at the International Tennis Hall of Fame in Newport, Rhode Island from the USTA. While at the celebration, they pondered, it would be a dream to be in the Hall of Fame someday, but that dream seems impossible. Then they remembered Scott's sage advice: believe in the possibility of your dreams. They devised a plan to set the Guinness World Records title for the longest tennis rally to honor his legacy. In 2007, they were unsuccessful twice. The second time after 10 hours and 38 minutes at 5:09 a.m., following 19,490 consecutive shots during their second attempt. Though they were disappointed by their setback and relieved that it was over, they immediately planned to come back for the next year. They had set a U.S. record. They didn't settle for that, however, because they sought a world record. They failed, but they understood failure is simply a step toward success. They didn't give up. In 2008, they set the world record, rallying for 14 hours and 31 minutes without a mistake, ending voluntarily at 1 minute past midnight so that Scott's legacy and their rally would go on. After 25,944 consecutive shots, the fuzz had worn off the ball. It was no longer optic yellow. Instead, it was a much smaller brown rubber ball. It resembled planet Earth as viewed from space. They donated the ball, the official clickers, and their official Guinness World Records title certificate to the International Tennis Hall of Fame, where they are still on permanent exhibit. 5 years later, the total stroke count and their record were broken by 2 players in Germany, according to Guinness World Records 2010. And now it's held by 2 players in Italy. Even though Ripley's, believe it or not, 2010, recognizes the Rossetti's rally as the longest based on time, the Rossetti brothers vowed to regain the record. This was an effort to secure $1 million prize, which would be donated directly to the nonprofit Save the Children organization, where Etcheray is employed full-time when he's not teaching tennis. On Roger Federer's birthday, August 8th of 2015, they endeavored to reclaim their old record and bring it back to the United States. After 5 hours and 28 minutes, they fell short of their goal and failed to win the $1 million for charity. Yet something unexpected happened. They succeeded in setting a new Guinness World Record title for the longest tennis volley rally. No one had ever volleyed a tennis ball 30,576 times without letting the ball hit the court, the highest tally being 10,000 according to Guinness World Records. In life, when you shoot for the moon, sometimes you fall short and land among the stars. Through the sport of tennis, the twins have demonstrated that seemingly impossible dreams are possible if you believe. We also raised $112,000 for Save the Children during that record. Mindset moment number 1. Impossible dreams are possible, or twin possible, if you believe in yourself. And that quote is from Ettore Rossetti. My quote, your past success gives you the confidence that you can. Your past failure gives you the humility that you can't. However, if you believe, you will. And that was a quote on January 26th of 2013. Be inspired and inspire someone every day. Believe in the possibility of your dreams and inspire others in the process. Rossetti Brothers. Purpose point number 1. You can accomplish more in life if you take the ego out of the equation and strive to serve and inspire others. By putting others first, the world becomes a better place, which helps you in the end as well. And that's the conclusion of Chapter 1 of Tenacity, our story.